Look at his head! Who takes the monster truck tonight? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Flips it over! Can he save it?
Here we
Welcome everyone to MTA-Smashdown. I am your host Mitch Brown and we are live here at the Midwest Madness Stadium with 16 of the best drivers and trucks in Monster Truck Attitude history throwing down to become the Smashdown champion. A lot of the top drivers are here tonight. Everybody's after Jimmy Bones Ferguson. Can he make it 2 in a row? Will one of these other star-studded trucks take the win? We'll find out next. Welcome to Smashdown. Kicking off the night with a great matchup. First, we have the 4-time MTA champion Jalen Buford, the USA 1, taking on the MTA newcomer Kerry Monahan and Wildflower. Both drivers are staged up at the line. There you see Jalen Buford, the 4-time MTA champion, the Monster Mania 3 champion, looking to claim his first Smashdown win here tonight. But he's taking on Kerry Monahan driving Wildflower, looking for her first MTA win ever. Waiting on the green light. And Jake gets a huge jump and gets some massive air. Wow. Kerry Monahan was there with him all the way. Let's check the replay, see what happened. USA 1 does get the jump off the line. Both trucks get some huge air, but USA 1 gets it by a half a truck. What a classic matchup we have here. Brandon Allen is bringing the first blood to the line. He's debuting that truck here tonight. He likes leafers, he's in a leafer, but he's set to take on James Valancourt, the 6-time MTA champion over there in the far lane. An absolute MTA legend. There you see Brandon Allen staged and ready to go in first blood. A wicked looking ride. He's looking to debut that truck with a big win, but he's set to take on the 6-time MTA champion James Valancourt in Liquidator. He's won here many times. Wait on the green light. And James gets the whole shot at the half truck like lead and holds it all the way through. Brandon Allen was right there with him. He's up by a half a truck. James Valancourt in Liquidator. Moving on to round 2. Let's check the replay, see what happened. The whole shot was everything here. James Valancourt holds a half a truck length lead all the way through the race. Brandon Allen gave him a great run. But it's going to be Cool Hand Luke himself in Liquidator. Moving on to round 2. What a matchup we have here. A combined 13 MTA wins between them. Kieran Adams and the Incredible Hulk is taking on Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco. 4-time champ versus 9-time champ. Both looking for their first Smashdown championship. First, here in the near lane is Jason Craddock driving the El Toro Loco Ice. Looking to take it to victory lane, but he's set to take on Kieran Adams and the Incredible Hulk, who's always fast on this track. Which MTA veterans moved on to round 2? And they're even up the line, going back and forth, but it looked like Kieran might have edged it there at the end. What a great race. They were even until the car stack, but it looked like Kieran pulled ahead. Let's take this play. And both trucks get off the line identically, going back and forth, still even there. Jason Craddock does get 2 wheels on the car stack, but Kieran Adams pulls ahead at the end, is taking the Incredible Hulk to round 2. Tough luck for Jason. Got another great matchup coming up next. First is Noelle Allen making her MTA debut in Kodiak, but she's set to take on the Smashdown creator and the creator of Monster Truck Attitude himself, the Nature Boy, Steve Jones, out of Team MTA driving Carolina Crusher. He built that ride in the MTA shop, looking to take it to victory lane here tonight. He's taking on Noelle Allen over there in the far lane driving Kodiak. A classic matchup, this ought to be good. And Kodiak gets to jump off the line. Steve's trying to come back, and he completes the comeback, slamming into the windy sign. The Nature Boy takes down Noelle Allen at the end. He's taking Carolina Crusher in round 2. Great effort from the rookie. Let's check the replay. Almost a massive upset. Noel Allen gets Steve off the line up to a truck length lead, but Steve passes her back across the car stack, and that's all it took. The Nature Boys in round 2. Another awesome matchup coming up next. First is Rudy Zilligy and Rage, the one-time Thunder champion, set to take on the 7-time MTA champion Walker Stevens and Zombie. There you see Zombie staged here in the near lane. The Stevens have ruffled some feathers, but Walker does not give up. He is here on the track here tonight looking for a championship. He's set to take on Rudy Zilligy and Rage over there in the far lane. Rudy gets a whole shot of half the truck lane and slams hard on the front right tire. Walker Stevens passes him back, gets 2 tires in the car stack. He will be your winner. Let's check the replay. What a wild ride for Rudy. He does get the whole shot off the line, almost up to a truck length lead, but slams super hard on that right front tire, maybe busted a knuckle. Walker Stevens will be your winner. What a crash from Rudy Zilligy and Rage. We're heading down to the track. The MTA track crew and officials are down here to flip over Rudy Zilligy and Rage. You can already see a lot of damage to the right front knuckle of that truck, and there it goes. Unbelievable. Rudy Zilligy and Rage has the crash of the night so far. Gave everything he had to get the victory. Rudy Zilligy will be back in the future. Walker Stevens will be moving on. But we got another great matchup coming up next. First is the 14-time MTA champion, Bradley Graham driving Rampage. Is set to take on Savvy Zilligy driving Bad Company, who's no MTA stranger herself. First here in the near lane is Bradley Graham driving Rampage, looking for championship number 15, his first on Smashdown. Set to take on Savvy Zilligy and Bad Company over there in the far lane. This ought to be a dandy. And Savvy gets a jump off the line and clips the back wheel on the RV stack. Bradley Graham crosses the line first. End over, and Savvy goes. The Zilligys are not having good luck tonight. We're heading down the track. Let's check the replay. And both drivers cut a great light going back and forth down the stretch, but Savvy Zilligy starts to pull ahead, but lands cattywampus in no man's land and clips the back right wheel on the RV, and that's all she wrote. Over she goes. End over end. We're heading down to the track. Track crew and officials are down there to flip over Savvy Zilligy and Bad Company. What a ride she had. End over end she goes. Look at that body damage. Bad Company is out for the night, but the fans are on their feet. Savvy Zilligy gave him a show. Bradley Graham and Rampage is moving on to round 2. What a ride for Savvy Zilligy and Bad Company. But coming up next, first is Mike Council driving the WCW Nitro Machine. He's been a part of MTA for a few years, but he's got his hands full because he's taking on the 19-time MTA champion, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger, the Phenom. There you see Mike Council and the WCW Nitro Machine staged and ready to go. That truck was actually built out of the MTA shop, so expect it to be fast. But he's taking on the Phenom, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger Fire. Looking for his second Smashdown championship here tonight. Here we go. And they're even up the line and slowing to Mike, but wow, Rich Wagner came back and remained strong, and I think got that by a truck length. Rich Wagner and Gravediggers moving on to round 2. Let's check the replay here. Mike Council gets off the line with Rich. They're even into the jump, but across the car stack, Rich Wagner wastes no time getting that victory. What a perfect run from Rich. Great run from Mike as well. He takes out the Wendy's sign. Gravedigger's moving on. What a first round it's been, but it is time to defend the flag. Caden Wilson and the Monster Mutt Rottweiler draws Jimmy Bones Ferguson, the in-your-house champion. This ought to be good. Both drivers are staged up at the line. Caden Wilson and the Monster Mutt Rottweiler is in the near lane. He is looking for a big upset because he's taking on the reigning and defending champion, Jimmy Bones Ferguson, driving Avenger, the in-your-house champion. Looking to claim his first Smashdown championship, waiting on the green light. And Jimmy gets the whole shot off the line, but Caden came back in really strong and rolls the truck. Wow, that was close. Did we just see an upset? We'll find out. That was a close one. Who got it? Jimmy Bones gets a whole shot off the line into the car stack, but Caden Wilson comes back strong and dethrones the champion here in round 1. What an upset. Caden Wilson's moving on to round 2. We'll be back after the break.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Ken Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
Hills, North Carolina, the Phenom, Rich Wagner the Gravedigger, searching for his very first Smashdown championship here tonight. However, in the other lane, downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot, a former four-time Smashdown champion. He's ready to throw it down one more time and get championship number 5. Everything on the line. Two great veteran drivers, a classic matchup. Bigfoot takes on Gravedigger. He jumps out into the night down the straight stretch. They're dead even down to the first jump up into the car. Carrying Gravedigger, pulling it out over Bigfoot here tonight. And much like Ryan Kenny and Earthshaker, something went wrong with Bigfoot over that last set of cars. But Wagner and the Gravedigger has just pulled out his first Smashdown win. Here's another look at your MTA replay. Off the line they go. Two veteran drivers, they know how to get the job done. They're dead even all the way down the straight stretch. Watch your outside lane with Bigfoot. Flying high up and over no man's land. Bigfoot slaps it hard on the left side, kicking him over towards the right. He saves the truck, but lost the race. So ladies and gentlemen, your winner in week 2 of the September season. Give it up for his first Smashdown championship, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger.
Everyone be sure to get back to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube page and check out their return from last night, Wild Card 5. It was a great show. Also, check out the Crush This podcast. They do great work as well. But we have a Chevy versus Ford matchup. Two MTA legends throwing down to kick off round 2. First is Jalen Buford driving the USA 1. That truck was built out of the MTA shop. Looking for another win here tonight. But he's taking on Cool Hand Luke, James Valancourt, and Liquidator over there in the far lane. And James gets the whole shot off the line. James coming back in. They finish close to the finish line. James early, maybe Jay late. Let's check the replay. What a great race that was. James gets the jump off the line, about a half a truck length lead, but gets some massive air and slams real hard on the down ramp. Little cattywampus, and Jay comes back across the car stack, getting the win by a quarter tire. Jay's in the semifinals. What a great race that was, but the hits just keep on coming. We got Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher, the creator of Monster Truck Attitude, the creator of Smashdown, set to take on Kieran Adams and the Incredible Hulk, a 4-time Thunder champion. Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher staged there in the near lane. The Nature Boy is looking to take Carolina Crusher to the semifinals, but he's got a tough task as he's taking on Kieran Adams and the Incredible Hulk, who's always fast on this track. And Steve gets a jump off the line. Kieran's coming back, getting some massive air over there in the far lane. But Steve Jones stayed consistent. Let's check the replay. Carolina Crusher definitely gets a jump off the line, but here comes Kieran Adams soaring through the air. And they both shoot to the side off the car stack, but Steve Jones barely gets the wheel across the finish line first. He's moving on to the semifinals. Coming up next here in round 2, we got Bradley Graham driving the Rampage Dodge, who's a 14-time MTA champion, set to take on a 7-time MTA champion, Walker Stevens in Zombie. There you see Bradley staged there in the near lane. He's definitely one of the favorites to win it all here tonight. He's one race away from the semifinals. He's taking on Walker Stevens driving Zombie over there in the far lane. He looked great in round 1. Took down Rudy Zilligy and Rage. Win on the win. And Walker gets the whole shot, and Bradley Graham misses the car stack and goes into the wall. That is unfortunate. Walker Stevens. We have reached the end of round 2 with a great matchup. First is the 19-time MTA champion Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger Fire taking on Caden Wilson and the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Speaking of Caden, there he is in the near lane. You see a little damage to the right front side of the body. That truck is at 100%. He's ready to go because he's taking on the 19-time MTA champion, the Phenom, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger Fire. Waiting on the Gravedigger. And they're leaving off the line, going back and forth, but I think Gravedigger got it. Monster Mutt fell behind, started to get the ground towards the end. Rich Wagner and Gravedigger, I think, got across the line first. Let's check the replay to confirm it. And both drivers cut a great light, but Rich Wagner starts to pull ahead down the end of the downstretch. Caden starts to come back across the car stack, but it will not be enough. Rich Wagner and Gravediggers in the semifinals. We'll be back after the break.
line right now. Jason Wolk, the crazy cat, and the Big Lake, Minnesota-based Ford, now set to take on Dan Cheech and Godge in the Rammunition Dodge, all the way from Champaign, Illinois. Both these drivers want to get on top of the mountain early on in the Smashdown season here tonight. A Ford Dodge shootout. A veteran driver taking on a fairly new driver. It's anybody's ball game here tonight. Little Tiger on the inside lane, Rammunition on the outside lane. Ford versus Dodge. Who's it going to be? Ladies and gentlemen, Little Tiger, Rammunition. It's showtime here tonight on SmackDown. Little Tiger with the other lead. Here comes Rammunition on the inside lane. The big time there. Can you believe that? Little Tiger sticks it on the nose at the wall inside the shutdown area. What a race it was. Ford Dodge shootout here tonight in our final round. And Jason Wolk has just incredibly wowed the fans here tonight.
Gotta love those old school Smashdown highlights, but we are down to 4. Starting off the semifinals, we got 2 trucks built out of the MTA shop. Jalen Buford and USA 1's taking on the Nature Boys, Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher. There you see Steve staged in the near lane, looking to put Carolina Crusher in the finals in the show that he created, that he is set to take on. Jalen Buford driving the USA 1, a 4-time MTA champion, the Monster Mania 3 champion. The battle of the bow tie, spot in the finals waits the winner. Take it to home stretch, the last team's coming back. And very close to the finish line. There goes the winner sign, and let's check the replay. And USA 1 does get the jump on Carolina Crusher. There comes Steve across the car stack, making it very close, but the officials are telling us Jalen Buford gets it by a half a tire, putting USA 1 in the finals here at Smashdown. Who's going to meet USA 1 in the finals? We got the 7-time MTA champion, the Lone Wolf, Walker Stevens and Zombie, taking on the Phenom, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger Fire, 19-time MTA champion. There you see Rich staged there in the near lane. He's looked great all night long, looking to take Gravedigger to the finals here at Smashdown. He's set to take on Walker Stevens, driving Zombie over there in the far lane. See who gets it. It's a whole shot. Walker lands across over no man's land, and that's going to be it. Rich Wagner and Gravedigger going to the finals. Both drivers cut a great light, going back and forth down the downstretch, but Walker Stevens stuffs the truck in no man's land, giving all the room to Rich Wagner and Gravedigger to get a clear victory. Gravedigger is in the finals here at Smashdown. We'll be back after the break.
Season. Chris Walker's the Idaho Wildman in Chester, making his very first final round appearance. He's got a hard task at hand, however, because downtown Mitch Brown has been in the final round and won many times before, twice on Smashdown, trying to get a 3rd championship here tonight in the Big Bad Ford, hailing from Pacific, Missouri. Both trucks are staged. Jester takes on Bigfoot. Who's taking the flag? Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime here tonight on SmackDown. Off the line. They're pretty much even going to the first time. It's a dead heat, folks. You have got to be kidding me. An incredibly close race here tonight to close out the July season of SmackDown. Bigfoot, Jester, both those drivers weren't given an inch all the way down to the finish line. What an incredible matchup. Now as we go down to our MTA replay, watch right here at the top of the track. Both drivers cut an incredible light, seemingly dead even all the way down the straight stretch, and neither one of them want to give each other an inch. Coming down to the last stack of cars, up and over to the finish line. Your winner, downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot by a nose, taking out the Idaho Wildman and Jester here tonight. An incredible race, no questions asked. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me at this time in congratulating downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot on your 3rd Smashdown championship.
What's going on, MTA fans? If you're looking to get in on the action right here on the MTA YouTube channel, look no further. I'm about to tell you guys just how you can sign up to get in one of these races. Head over to the link in our description, and that's going to take you right over to our Facebook page where we hold registration for all of the MTA events. And hey, while you're there, crush that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything that MTA is doing. From new custom truck builds to special events and giveaways, you don't want to miss any of the great action MTA has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll catch you guys down the road.
You heard the man. If you're looking to get in on these races, then head on over to the Monster Truck Attitude Facebook page and look for registration once a month to join us all in the fun. Your race with me and basically everybody you see here on the circuit. Well, we're heading down to the track for one last pit report. There you see Gravedigger and USA 1 getting ready for the finals. Everybody else is starting to tire down. There's Liquidator and the Hulk. They had great runs here tonight. Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco, but we're heading back to the back of the pits. To take a look at the Zillogies. Rudy snapped the right front knuckle on the landing. That was a tough crash. Savvy had a tough night too. The Zillogies will be back, no doubt, but it is time for the finals here at MTA-Smashdown. Here we go. We started with 32 trucks and we have worked our way down to 2. First, here in the near lane is the Phenom, Rich Wagner driving the Gravedigger Fire, a 19-time MTA champion. Set to take on the 4-time MTA champion, Jalen Buford, driving the USA 1 Chevrolet. These two have met many times on the MTA circuit. The championship hangs in the balance. At the right side of the jet, Gravedigger back across the car stack there. And they met door to door at the finish line. Who got it? Who is the Smashdown champion? Let's find out. That was way too close to call. Jay gets to jump off the line. Bout clears no man's land there. Gets some massive air. Rich Wagner stays low to the ground and might have completed the comeback. Barely he does. Unbelievable. The Phenom, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger is the Smashdown champion. Congrats to Rich. Thank you everyone so much for coming out and watching MTA Smashdown. This was definitely one of my favorite shows that I've ever done. It is an absolute honor to represent the Monster Truck Attitude name on this track and this channel. I started this channel because of MTA. Heck, he got me into the hobby back in 2020. It is an absolute honor, and I do this for the MTA community, unlike some other kid and his dad. But a big congratulations goes out to Rich Wagner and Gravedigger on claiming the championship here tonight. You are the Smashdown champion, my friend. We'll see everybody in late July for the next show. Head on over to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube page and Facebook page. Check them out. We'll see everybody next month. Thank you.
Town, Maryland, Iron Warrior at the line to take on the square body Chevrolet. The bad boy himself, Johnny Retlaw and Excalibur, lost the body of that truck in round 1 competition. The crew went down there in between rounds and got it remounted onto the truck. Maybe a couple self-tapping screws and some zip ties. It ain't on there by much. Nonetheless, Ford versus Chevrolet. Warrior Excalibur. Green light goes down off the line. It looks like Iron Warrior with the early lead. Here comes Excalibur to the inside lane. And what a ride for Cam Black. What a ride. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. He sent it over the school bus inside of the shutdown area. Retlaw takes the wall. And once again, the body's off of Excalibur. You got to be kidding me. What an incredible race here tonight. We're going back to the top of the track. Take a look at your MTA replay as they come off the line. They are singing down that straight track, dead even, up and over the first jump here, folks. Watch Iron Outlaw shoot to the finish line first, trying to keep a good lead, and at the line by a nose, Cam Blank and Iron Warrior get the win. But watch right here as they go into the shutdown area. Front flips the truck, lands flat on the cage, into the wall. Retlaw losing the body of Excalibur once again. You talk about an insane race. Ladies and gentlemen, I am at a loss for words as Cantwell returns to the bounty hunter, now set to take on none other than Jimmy Bo Ferguson, the 1957 Chevy Avenger, which he built and sent up here to the MTA circuit. He's trying to get it working for him this new season going on in that far lane. Now ready to take on the Cowboy from Hell out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, the Ford Chevrolet shootout, who advances to round 2 now. Here's the green light, off the line they go. Avenger got the whole shot, bounty hunter trying to make up the ground. Here's the car, and Jimmy Ferguson, the 57 Chevy, outdrives the Ford here tonight, making a little contact inside the shutdown area. Avenger does move on inside of round 2 action. Mad Mike, Ma Williams at Doomsday debuted the all-new truck last week, took home his first Smashdown championship. He now finds himself in the final round showdown of round 1 competition, taking on the veteran, the Phenom, Rich Wagner, and the Gravedigger, all the way from Kildover Hills, North Carolina, still trying to get a Smashdown championship. He's going through doomsday here tonight. We're going to find out. Here's the green light. Off the line they go. Now they're dead even coming down the straight stretch. We got a race here, folks, with a flag. They're making contact, and Gravedigger turns it over inside of the shutdown area. What an incredible race here tonight inside of round one. Championship flag on the court, returning in the UFO Ford out of Semifinal, New Jersey. Again, that chassis, 3 years old on the UFO machine, still clanging and banging out here on the MTA circuit. Now set to take on Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade. Again, he's been in the final round 2 times this season, getting knocked off UFO early on in round one competition. A rookie taking on a veteran. Green light goes down. Off the line they go. Now they're fairly even down the straight stretch. Here's slightly going to the left side. A wild ride for Jeremy Hiles, turning it over inside the shutdown area. But James Valancourt, the UFO machine, was right there with him all the way down to that finish line. Not sure who got the round one victory. It did look like Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade pulled out the win out of that far lane. Not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come down to 2. Dan Chichagash and Rammunition, the Dodge camp, looking strong all night to take on the King of Kings, Bradley Graham and King Sling, who has been a top threat since that truck's debut. Now over on the outside lane representing Smashdown, Dan Chichagash, Rammunition out of Champaign, Illinois. Inside lane, Bradley Graham and King Sling, hailing out of Kildover Hills, North Carolina. Which brand reigns supreme? Green light goes down now, World Fly, King Sling with the early lead. Here goes Rammunition on the outside lane, and Cheech Man came back on him at the finish line. The Dodge may have pulled it out over the King of Kings here tonight. What a ride to close out the Worlds Collide event. We are still unsure about the winner. Not sure who got it at the finish line. As we go back and take another look at your MTA replay, off the line you can clearly see that Bradley Graham and King Sling does get the whole shot, holding the lead out on down the straight stretch. Here comes Rammunition on the outside lane. He's trying to make up the ground here as they go to the landing ramp. King Sling a little too high, and Rammunition getting the win for Team Smashdown here tonight at the Worlds Collide event by half a truck. What a ride!